So let me just finish with one more thought. When we're treating pricing as its own discipline and walking into a negotiation with a client, we are too often stuck in this idea of negotiating something that your buyer wants to minimize. What does your buyer want to minimize? Well, they want to minimize the cost, don't they? Could we talk about something that both parties want to maximize? And what would that be? Well, here's the cost piece. And no doubt we have to be good at cost. We need to know what our cost is. And if we've done a good job, we set our price above our cost, right? Because that is our profit. That's the seller's profit. But there's a third bar, value. This is what the client really buys. They don't buy our cost. And the price is just a means to an end, isn't it? And the end is they buy our value. Notice that the value chart bar is higher than the price bar. We also want to do that because you know what that is? That's what economists call the buyer's profit. In an economic transaction, in a successful economic transaction, both parties need to make a profit, the buyer and the seller. And the way we give the buyer a profit is by constructing and offering even more value than the price. Now, when a pricing professional approaches a pricing negotiation, they're looking for this shared value. And they start from the exact opposite place that most of us do. Because where do we start? We start with the cost. We add up our costs, we turn that into a price, and we hope that has value. The professional pricing approach would start on the far right with the question of, what's the value of what we're about to do for this client? What would be the value in many different dimensions to this client? Great, let's let that dictate our price. And now let's figure out what our costs are. Exactly backwards. It's called the difference between the cost-led pricing and the price-led costing schools of pricing. And in professional services, we're stuck in this old paradigm of doing it backwards. The rest of the companies that are in the pricing revolution start with the question of value and work their way back. And that is the key to professional pricing success.